everyone. It's Nancy with She's Got Yarn. It is November 6th, 2024. It is in the morning. Good morning, Mommy. Come see Mama. Mwah. Hey, my baby. Sue loves your mommy. Yeah, I hadn't been in here in a long time, y'all. I'm in the green room. Yes, in the green room. I had to fix my bed. Tiffany was here, spent the night, and she threw all this yarn in boxes, random boxes. I wanted to strangle her because I have things in certain piles because some of this yarn's going out to some of my yarny sisters. Yeah. So anyways, somebody had requested and made a comment this morning. They would like to see the blankets that I made, the Boggy blankets that I have made. Now, some of these blankets were old blankets that I have finally finished, and most of them were blankets that I put together this year. So, but anyways, this blanket, I'm going to send it to Boggy. This blanket's a couple years old. This is a Crochet Crowd Mikey tutorial. Anyways, this is one of my prouder pieces of work. If it's the right size, which I'm not sure because I don't have a tape measure, but I came across this and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to send that to Boggy. But I don't know if I can. But this blanket, this is a crochet along by Mikey. And it's some type of comfy thing. I'll have to, I did it with the Zoom sisters, but I will look up the pattern. It's a tutorial. If I can do it, you can do it. There's a few boo-boos in here. What's new? Yes, I hear I'm in neck and neck with another subscriber of the Frog Queen this morning. Oh, goodness. Anyways, and then this blanket, I'm not going to be able to send. Nope. I'm not going to be able to send this blanket. I was looking at some of the older blankets. I'm like, they're older, but I haven't done anything with them. You know, they've been washed one time and probably sat on the back of my couch for a week. And then they got I've got a tub in the other bedroom, but this is Tony with TL Yarn, TL Crafts. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Anyways, this is one of her tutorials, and I did it with Just Yarn Premier's. It's Premier Yarn and their Just Yarn flower from the Dollar Tree. You looking for Susie? She's not in here. But anyways, didn't that turn out pretty? I've given most of this yarn away. The lighting's not the best. But it was pretty cool. I saw it in my Dollar Tree, and y'all, I was a bad girl. I took the whole box. I think I still have a couple left, but I might have boxed them up. I have boxes that I've boxed up some stuff that I want to get rid of eventually. But anyways, I can't send that. That's too big. Okay, these two I think are too big. But anyways, I was hoping I could send them to Boggy. Now, this one is perfect for Boggy. This is perfect. These squares, these aren't the squares that I usually make. I got a whole basket over there of squares. I make these squares with some Hirschner yarn that I have purchased, and I hold like two together. But this one, I made the squares really big, so it'll make a Boggy blanket. So, do I have a boo-boo there? Do I see a boo-boo? I'll fix it. But anyways, this is one of them. One of the Boggy blankets. Just a recap of, I guess, what I've created. Okay, someone asked me about this blanket. Now, this blanket is too big to go to Boggy. This is a Cinnamon Stitches. It's the ladder. Jacob's ladder. Somebody said, did you ever finish it? And yes, I did. Yes, I did. Did I sew in all my ends? No, I didn't. But is that not beautiful? And I used, this is anniversary cake. This is Big Twist, the big classic, the big balls, the classic. I don't think they sell that anymore. And then the white is Premier yarns. You remember when they sold the big balls at Walmart? Yeah, I hoarded a bunch of them, but isn't that pretty? But yeah, this is, I think it's Jennifer's pattern. Y'all, I'm not sure. But I know it's the Jacob's Ladder. Somebody asked me about my Jacob's Ladder, but I do have another one that I haven't completed. But you guys, if I showed you all my blanket whips, you would say frog them, and I'm not going to frog them because I'm going to finish them. Like I finished these. It's taken forever, but I finished them. I was working on this. This is a Premier Just yarn, okay? And I'm going to attach the, because the blue matches perfect, I'm going to attach these squares. These squares are the all-in-one granny, so that is the future of the squares with this. I was going to make a sweater. I've already made a sweater out of all-in-one granny. I was going to make a sweater, and I frogged it so many times I got frustrated. This is one of the panels that's left. You know, you never know, I might get a wild hair and do a cardigan. But I have been frogging what I did of the sweater, and I want to make it a boggy. I'm focusing on boggy. When I lay down at night, I do squares. I do granny squares most nights. And I, not too long ago, I did this with some Walmart yarn just to see how it would turn out. And it's just random stitches. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'll turn this into a blanket in the future, but it's a square. I have baskets of squares that will never get frogged. All right, so let's put that back. This is an Olga Valtava tutorial, and I will try to link some of these tutorials in the description box because they're not my creation. They are made by another designer, but I love this. I think it may be big enough. I need to just sew in the ends. So this is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, and I ran out of this color, so I stopped here. So, but I think it's big enough for Boggy. If it's not, I'll go to Hobby Lobby and get another thing. But I love this stitch. I made a hat, designed a Christmas hat with that stitch. I'm just sharing some of things that I've made, but this is going to Boggy. And whether I have to do, you know, some big rows, you know, to finish it off. And then Charm Grammy, she finished this. All I have to do is sew in the ends. This is a Boggy blanket. I made all the squares. She did all the trim from here up. And then she stitched it together with the orange. But thank you, Lynette. So this is, I got to sew in the ends before I feature it on the Boggy Blanket Brigade. And I don't know, I might do it tonight. You just never know what. You notice I'm holding on to a hook because I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. Okay, this is the most recent blanket I completed, and that is with, here it is. It is, I don't have my glasses. Dang it. Hold on, maybe I can see it. Charming My Crystals. That's that yarn I want to make a cardigan with, but this is what I was talking about last night in my last video. This is a C2C, And I love it when I love the large C2C, and I held it together with black, probably Premier. I have Premier yarns and Big Twist I use as my, I guess, my staple black, white, you know, put things together. This was definitely big, no, this was Premier, I think. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. Yeah. But I added a purple instead of black with the variegated, and I wasn't crazy about how it just like a big clump of purple showed up there. I was hoping it would work out like over here, but anyways, this is a Boggy Blanket. I think I shared this with everybody, but I'm just doing a recap on some stuff that I've been making recently. This is recent. This I put together recently. This is a Boggy Blanket, and this is out of Forever Fleece. I love these colors. I'm currently have a bunch of squares I'm going to put together and send to Uncle Greg. And by the way, hey Uncle Greg, congratulations. I know you're happy this morning. I love my Uncle Greg. This is inspired by Juan this year. It's a Boggy Blanket. Him winding up scrap yarn. Yep, this is what I wound up in a ball. It's kind of cool out of my scraps. So, but yeah, it's a little wonky, but I don't know. I don't understand why it's wonky. It's like, what did I do wrong? Let's see. No, it's, I think it'll be just fine. It's not perfect. I think it's because different size yarns. One side's a little bit, no, it's fine. Actually, it's fine. Okay. And then this is a Boggy Blanket out of All-in-One Grannies. This is inspired by My Precious Yarnery. My Angela, I love you, Angela. She's over in Canada. But yeah, I made this one. It turned out perfect. And then I did another one I've got to tear apart. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's over here. I'll show it to you. I got to tear it apart because I don't know what I did wrong. I did something wrong in here. And it just didn't look right. But you know what? I should have probably rewatched the tutorial before I started putting that one together. Because, you know, I'm forgetful, but this one turned out perfect. This is the All-in-One Granny by Red Heart. Oh, I've got one here. I can tell you what it's called. The colorway is, oh, it's Black Grape Granny. Okay, nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. That's my All-in-One Granny yarn over there. And so these squares are pretty new. Now, these squares are old, but this blanket's new. I put together. Every now and then I get in the mood to put these together. So this is a Boggy Blanket. And I still have a ton of these squares over there in the basket I need to put together. Okay. Now this blanket was last year's Boggy Blanket. It fell behind my couch and I found it. So this should have went last year. This is Jax by Creations. Luck of the Draw. And it's a very quick pattern that was put together. It worked up really fast. I'm so sorry, but I think I got something in my eye just now. My eye that I've had issues with. Felt something. I can see it. Fiber. I think. Okay, y'all. I gotta go rinse my eye real quick. Oh my God. Okay, I'm back. That was a close call. I know what I forgot to tell you guys last night. I had to go to the emergency room again. And I had to get steroids for my eye. My eye took a turn for the worse. And I just got a fuzzy wuzzy in it, but I got it out. Thank you, Jesus. You know, so much for your eyelashes protecting. But when you have fibers flying in the air, I've had it before. But anyways, I got it out. So let me talk about this again. Jax, creation by Jax. This is her design. And I just went round and round, and it worked up really fast. So if you're wanting a blanket that works up really fast, I highly recommend this. And I need to wash this. It was behind my couch. I see a little, I don't know. I'm going to wash it. I didn't wash it. But, well, you know what? I'm not going to wash it because they'll wash it. And I have one. I will inspect these before I put them in the bags. I do have some blankets in the bags that I put in there, but I don't know where they are. They're deep in that mountain of bags. And I'll share that mountain of bags in the spare bedroom in just a minute. So, and then this is another one that I put together. This is also Hirschner's value yarn. I held two together. And then this is Serenity. The white is the Serenity by Premier. I love using that yarn to put these squares together. And this is not my blanket. That is a Boggy blanket. But anyways, I don't know how it got it. I mean, everything in here is going to Boggy. That's a blanket. But yeah, that is pretty much my Boggy blanket. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 in front of us. I know I've made probably a dozen, and they're buried. But over here, I need to pull this apart. And I started pulling it apart. See where I pulled it apart? Right there. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to pull everything apart and then seam it back together. It shouldn't be too difficult. It's these corners where I kind of messed up. I put too many stitches in these corners. So, and I got to figure out where that starts and stops. You know how it is. I sewed in all my ends. Not all of them, but most of them. But anyway, so that, actually, I might frog that this morning. But I also have a basket here full of squares. Like, I haven't started making squares with this, but isn't that pretty? That orange and yellow. I wound that up. I'll try to zoom in on this stuff, but this is all Hirschner's yarn. And then I created this ball of mixing up different yarn from Hirschner. It's value yarn. Yeah. And I'll show you what the skeins look like. Oh, and it's also Baby Puzzle from Ice, or there's another company that makes yarn like this, Baby Puzzle. But yeah, these will all go to Boggy when I get them together. So I have some more of the pink. I showed you that pink one there, but I have a bunch more. I think I have another blanket that I can put together. I started playing with different patterns. I got distracted. So this is the newer versions. Okay, this is that Valentine, I call it Valentine yarn from Walmart. So these are some squares, but this is like the puzzle yarn, but it's not puzzle yarn. It's, some of it is, some of it isn't. This is Rainbow Gina. And this might have came, somebody sent this to me, and I think it was Angela. And then I have a bunch of the Premier one, or not the Premier, Ice Yarns puzzle. Sorry, it's easy to get the two confused. But yeah, up top here, let me come over there where you can see me. But yeah, I really enjoy doing these because the colors are so bright and beautiful. Just all the mixtures. I enjoy that. And I've got a few blankets together. I've got a few I've got to put together. But also I had a little bit of an avalanche in here too. So because I pulled something down, this is what I need to put together that I haven't been procrastinating. Christmas squares. And it's that time. This is, I sent one of these to Boggy, and then this one I'm not sending to Boggy. This is mine. Isn't that pretty? This one's a little bit different than when I sent to Boggy. Boggy, I think, had more solid and different squares. But I have so much fun doing these squares when I go to bed. This yarn is bulky yarn, and it is, I believe, Big Twist. This is a Big Twist. The white is Serenity. Another Big Twist. I actually ordered some Christmas yarn from Joann's the other day. I think I've shared these with you guys, but I mean, it's just I alternate at night what I'm doing with the Christmas stuff. But yeah, this isn't, I don't think that, I mean, if I finish that one, maybe I can make one more Boggy. I just have a bunch of squares in here. There was a square. I probably need to get my button gear and put more of these squares together. Hang on, y'all. I'm just looking. Oh my goodness. Here's part of that sweater. I don't know. Maybe I should finish it. I have plenty of this yarn. I think I have like 6 skeins. But for the most part, that box is all granny squares. I must have taken all the other ones out of it. They could be in another box somewhere. I have a few of these little, they're like footstools. They come in handy for storing yarn and granny squares. But yeah, this is my hot mess of blankets that's going to Boggy. This one's not, though. That's my Christmas blanket. And I'm going to stick it back in here. I think I have like 3 more attached to it, and then I'm done with that. But this is a Boggy blanket. Boggy blanket is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That is complete. 7, 8. This is too big, so we've got 8. I need to sew the ends in on that. But I pulled these out to share with you. Some of these, a few people asked me about the Jacob's Ladder. I did finish that one, but I do have another one that I think it's in the closet in there. I've got some whips in the closet in there also. You guys, I've always got something on the hook. It's part of my attention deficit. It's part of my hyperness. But yep, and this bed is, and then 7. Did I say 7? Is that 8? I can't remember. And then this one, I just gotta reconnect it, but I gotta find all the the ends. I may just start cutting the white and just totally start over. I don't know. I don't have to totally start over. It's just these end squares. I screwed up on the ends. I put too many stitches. I figured out what I did. And I thought it was the last round, but I don't know. We'll figure that out when I rip it apart. So, but yeah. And I got more. Yeah, I don't have enough to make another one of these yet. The pink. I probably would have, but I got distracted by other stuff, I'm sure. I have never made a blanket out of this, the posh yarn, but I thought about it. I bet you it would work up fast. And make some squares, make some fun colored blankets with this. I don't know. We'll see. There's just so much I want to do in so little time, y'all. I know what I wanted to mention to you guys. I bought this Advent calendar. I think I probably should have opened it in October, and I never did. I think I paid a ridiculous amount of money for it. And when I opened the bag, first off, it didn't come in like a nice box. It was advertised as an Advent, a Beetlejuice Advent, like a Halloween Advent. And I bought it. It came in your normal white shipping bag. This kit was 190 bucks. I got 1, 2, 3 bags. And these bags. I thought there was 4, but I guess there's only 3. Yeah, I only got 3. Unless one of them's missing, but I don't think so. I got the sandworm. Okay. And then I got Beetlejuice, main character. And then I got Lydia. Okay. And then this is teeny tiny accessory kit, the wobble, the shrunken head. So I got the shrunken head kit. So, and this doesn't feel like it has a whole lot in it other than yarn. These feel like they might have hooks in them. I think they come with a hook. Yeah, a hook, and a hook. So, I should have done this, but I don't know. So, instead of October, we're going to open them in November. So, this is the one I'm going to open. I'm going to open it tonight in a video. And maybe I can finish it and, you know, crochet it on video. I'm going to try. I could try and do that. I have so much I've got to do. No, I'm not going to. Maybe I'll start this video. I just got so many different clips that I can't complete yet, other than these little simple, you know, show and tell. But yeah, I want to do a video and open this one. So, I'm not going to do it now, but for some reason, I'm thinking I'm missing a bag. I don't know why. No. Yeah. I was kind of disappointed when I opened it. And so I brought it in here in the room and I kind of forgot about it. It's been sitting on my hutch at the foot of the bed here for the past month and a half. So, but I might as well go ahead and show it and share it, right? So I will get to that. But yeah, this was my October Beetlejuice Advent And who would have thought it would have came in like a cool bag, you know? I mean, this bag is nice, but I don't know. I was a little disappointed with the cost. I would have thought they would have dressed it up a little more. So, but anyways, all right. So these are my blankets. Somebody asked, they wanted to see my my Boggy blankets so far, and I've got 4 more months of making blankets. A lot of you have seen these blankets already. Some of them I've made like this pattern. I made a couple last year like this because I made so many squares, and I have a bunch of squares in this still. I bought a ton of that Forever fleece. I have I have some right here. I mean, I have a ton of it. I have not purchased any of the new colors this year. I'm like, no, I've got too much that I haven't used. I've got, you know, those big bags that you can slide under the bed. I've got a couple under the bed full of that yarn. I'm looking up here and there's one. I can see Forever fleece in it. So, yeah. But, all right. Well, I've got 2 videos I did here. I think it's probably about 30 minutes of video. So I'm gonna get off of here and upload this video and go ahead and release it today, November 6th. Hopefully I can get it loaded this morning. And I'm gonna do a video tonight, so that'll probably be released late in the morning. Sometimes my internet allows me to get stuff out the same day when I do a video at night, and sometimes it makes me wait till the next morning. It all depends. Last night, the first video that I released this morning, last night it uploaded last night, but I fell asleep. Yeah, I fell asleep shortly after I made the video, but it was uploading while I was sleeping. I woke up this morning and it was complete. And I woke up this morning to a phone call, Tiffany screaming up and down, jumping up and down. I'm like, you couldn't wait to call me? You don't think I watched it last night? Oh my gosh, she's so funny. The child she was that little, the child, she would like come in my room 6 o'clock in the morning and go, grab my eyelid and go, Mommy, you need to get up. You got to go to work. Sometimes she'd do that on a Saturday. She was always up, and she still is like that. She gets up really early. Like some mornings she'll spend the night here, and she's gone when I wake up. You know, I told her, I said, you don't have to wake me up if you have to go. If I'm sleeping, don't wake me up. So, but yeah. So, and then last night I did work on this a little bit more. You see how many rows I got done. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 2 more rounds. So I did 3 rounds last night. Yeah. 3.5 rounds. Well, this side says I only have 1 more round, so we'll see. We'll see how it looks with a t-shirt on. I'll try it on, and I'm sure you guys are sick of looking at the same cardigan. I'm like trying to get it done, but it looks better with the wider the band gets, the better it looks, doesn't it? I think it looks a lot better with a wide collar. Yeah, and I gotta do the ends. So, and I had to attach another ball of yarn that I wound up, and it's falling apart. That's what's nice about when you put these on the spindle, they stay there and they unwind like clean. This is a hot mess because I had it on the couch, so I'll probably rewind it. I probably should make it 2 cakes. That's kind of a big cake, and it didn't wind real good here. And I have an electric winder, ball winder, I want to share with you guys. I was hoping I could compare it with another one, but I don't know. It hasn't come in yet. So we'll see. But I've seen a few reviews and I was impressed with the way the cakes looked when they were done. They were kind of cool looking. So maybe I'll just compare it to my Stanley. So what you doing over there, Mavi? Huh? What you doing? Also, oh, I know what I'm going to show you real quick while I got it, while I'm spotted it. Let me move this over this way. I did a recap on the Boggy blankets from last week. This was that yarn I shared with you, that one blanket that was knitted. I'm pretty sure this was the yarn. The color is called Primary, but isn't that pretty? I have all the colors. My favorite color, where are you? Not that one. This one. This one's my favorite color. This is my favorite color, and I've used this in different greeny squares and blankets. It's the candy color confetti. It's Serenity Chunky Candy by Premier. And I think they still sell it. Pretty sure they do. And then I haven't used this one. It's called Wildflower. Isn't that pretty? So I bought all these for Boggy blankets. But this one I want to knit Mama in a Stitch. One of that same pattern that I shared with you guys in that video. It was the recap of last week. It was towards the end. It was a knitted. I think it was like the fourth to the last I shared. I'm pretty sure. So anyways, towards the end of the video. Alright, but yeah, I need to start putting back what I pull out. That's what I do. I start pulling stuff out to share, and then I don't put it back, and then I leave myself a really big mess. And this is Premier Dottie. I have not worked with this, but I've been collecting all the colors. I have at least 3 of the colors. The brown, the confetti, and then the teal and purple. But we'll share that another time. Ooh, I found some more whips. Oh my goodness, we got some whips in here. Oh, these are squares that I gotta put together. Wait, no, this is a modern greenie I started working on with the, it's Walmart yarn. No, this is Forever Fleece, y'all. Awesome. Yeah, it's Burnett Forever Fleece. It's the pink and the white and the variegated. I wonder if I have any more of this. I've got to. If not, I'll just make different looking. I got a little bit left here. I think I have more of this, to be quite honest. I just have it in bags under the bed. So these are more squares. I need to pull those out. And then here's another Boggy blanket that I'm not done with. You guys, I'm all over the place. But this is an Olga Poltava, another one of her patterns. And the yarn that I'm using feels like Red Heart. No, this is Premier. No, Big. This is Premier. This is Big Twist. It looks a little. No, this is Big Twist. This is Big Twist. So, but yeah. So I have Boggy blankets all over the place, y'all. Let's see what else I got. I got one more. That's from last year. Okay, I started to make this and I wasn't sure if I liked it. This, let me show you up close. I probably will frog this. Okay, there's these are just greeny squares. So this is a dog sweater in bling. I guess I'll share it with you. But I purchased this yarn on a clearance, and I wasn't too sure because it was so busy what to make with it. Okay, and I have quite a bit over there. Can you see it over there? Right there. And I wasn't sure what to do with it. It's I Love This Yarn. It was a clearance yarn. So I had some of the I Love This Yarn in the colorway dark denim. And where's the project? Here it is. So this was, it's a square, so I won't frog it because I could use it. But I was thinking about making another blanket, a Peltava. What do y'all think about that? I may have shared this with you guys, but I never went any further with it. But I just think this pattern, I love this pattern. It reminds me of, in some cases, like a peacock feather look. I don't know, but that was Nancy experimenting, which I do frequently. This is a puppy sweater. Why I didn't finish it, it probably out of sight, out of mind. It got put away, cleaning up, and then I forget about it. That's why I have that giant pile I'm frogging, but I'm not frogging anything in here. Not yet anyways. I'm a crocheter. I like to create stuff, and yeah, I'm a hot mess at times. And I'll never change. This will never change. I'll always have more than I can chew. And I have all this beautiful yarn that just makes me so happy. And my husband, he said to me last night, it was really sweet. He said, honey, I'm really proud of you. He said, you do what makes you happy. And I was like, that made me feel really good. Because he listens to conversations I have, and there's a few things going on I haven't shared with you guys, but I will eventually, and it's exciting. To me it is. But I will share that hopefully down the road if everything goes as I think it's going to go. So, I mean, nothing's changing with my channel, just more exciting stuff, you know? And one of the things I love most is yarn. I love buying yarn. I love sharing my yarn. I love just looking at my yarn. I love creating with my yarn. I just wish I was like Sarah over at Crochet Vision. That girl is a crochet machine. She just talks. I think she could crochet with one hand and also knit on her machine with the other. That's how good she is. She's pretty cool. Yeah. But she makes a lot of ammies and does markets. Her crochet is her living, and it sounds like she comes from a few generations of crocheters. Her grandmother, I know, is a crocheter, and I believe she taught her. Either her grandmother or her great-grandmother taught her to crochet. So she's been crocheting since she was a little girl, and she's made a career out of it, and quite a successful career. And she has what appears to be an amazing husband that supports her crochet journey, and she has a cute puppy. So, but anyways, I really like her channel. I've just recently found her about 6 months ago, 4 or 5 months. Well, her YouTube channel is pretty new, and it's taking off. Like, it's really taking off. She's doing very well. I'm very proud of her. She needs to be very proud of herself, which I'm sure she is. And she's got a good personality, a good sense of humor, but she's also a very strong woman, and I admire that in her. So, but anyways, okay, I'm gonna get off this rant. I hope you enjoyed what blankets I shared with you and some of the unfinished blankets, but they will get done. They're not forgotten. That it's just how my brain works. I can't work on one thing if it takes too long. I have to jump to something else. And there's not, and I know there's some of you, you can't start something that it would stress you out if you started a second project without finishing. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me. It just doesn't. Maybe years ago it would have, but today I'm retired. Um, I'm enjoying life. I'm enjoying my babies. Come here. Come here, sweetie. Sadie's in here. What you looking for? Huh? What's you looking for? What's you looking for? Huh? I love you. I love you. Oh. What's you looking for? Huh? You just want to get hair on my yarn? You just want to get hair on my yarn? Huh? Hey, baby. Are you hiding from somebody? Is you hiding? Are you hiding from Daddy? This is my pretty girl. Susie. Oh, there's Mabby. Mabby, where you going? Where you going? Where you going, pretty girl? I made her a ball out of this. She loves it. Absolutely loves it. No, that's not your ball. I think it's healthier on their teeth. And I've made Susie several. They've never like tore them apart. This yarn is really strong. This big twist is really strong yarn. It doesn't shed or anything. So yeah, she walks around with that green ball in her mouth and it's just like squished. It's not always round. Huh? It's not always round. Huh? What do you want? What do you want? She's wanting to be on my lap. I love it. She's starting to blossom. I was worried about her in the beginning, but you know, when I got her, my intentions were I wanted a therapy dog, and it was a dream, and I think I just had too much of a high expectation. Usually I get puppies and I let them be puppies, and I wanted her to love me and be with me, and I just think I'm not disappointed, but the trainer told me less is more. So I'm not like doting on her like I was at first. I don't know. I'm even the girls, when I went on the trip, they said, you know, we can see how stressed you are with her. You know, she can sense that stress, Nancy. And they were right. They were right. So I'm less stressed. If we get to that dream, great. If we don't, if she's just this beautiful couch potato, Mama, I'll be happy just as long as she's happy. She's happy right now. You see her nose? She's like crochet. She likes yarn. Yeah, she loves yarn. You can't have that. You can't have that. That's not a ball. She's put her head on my lap. She's a pretty girl. Oh, yes. You guys can't see her because she's hidden behind all these blankets. But she's cuddling with me. Dear, it's a good girl. It's a good girl. Watch her move now that I move the camera. It's a good girl. She loves your mama. Huh? It's a good girl. She's got her tongue hanging out. I think her tongue is too long for her mouth. It's always hanging out the side of her mouth. Yes, this is a pretty girl. See, she came in here to me, which is wonderful. And see, years ago, it wouldn't bother me if they were hanging out in the living room, you know? It wasn't a big deal, but I think I had too much of a high expectation of her. I think the loss of Marley and Archer, in a sense, I'm trying to kind of replace them, and I know I can't ever replace them. No ma'am, no ma'am. That's expensive yarn. Yeah. I get it. You don't realize it when you're doing it, but then, you know, I've had to step back and analyze what we're doing here. She's still in training. She's still in classes, and she's slow progress. It's more me than her. But, you know, she's doing good. She's doing better. She's still afraid of, like, when all the dogs bark and run to the door, she runs to me. And she's like, what's going on, you know? And I would like her to go with the dogs, with the pack, and bark with them, but she's just not there yet. So she's still very, very, very cautious, very guarded. Let's say that. So, but the spook in her is starting to dissipate, especially when it comes to us. She knows that she is safe here. I think she knows she's safe with me because she comes to me when she's scared. So, but yeah, I think I've covered everything this morning. I'm in a good mood this morning. Yeah. So, all right, guys. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah!